Hi everybody, it's Dee Slater with Create with Dee, and welcome to our Tuesday night Facebook Fun Day. Tonight we're going to be making this really cute slim box that's made from a half sheet of designer series paper, and I think you'll really appreciate how simple it is and everything. And so this is our Tuesday night gathering where, I'll give you some updates of Stampin' Up! And everything. So I wanted to share with you that starting tomorrow for 24 hours only, October 20th tomorrow, that all of the cling stamps in the annual catalog, not the holiday catalog, but the annual catalog, will be on sale at 50% off. Hi, I see a couple people are joining. Hi, Lori. And so anyways, I posted this information a little earlier on our Facebook page here, and there is, I sent out a newsletter just a little bit ago that has a PDF of all of this as well. I want to make sure that everybody understands what is cling. It's not the clear photopolymer, it's the red rubber. So it's we're going to actually be using one of the stamp sets tonight that's going to be on sale. So again, it's red rubber is what they're calling the cling stamps. So all of this, the cling stamps, the red rubber stamps in the annual catalog will be on sale tomorrow. And I'm having a little, promotion through the end of October that anybody that places a minimum order of $35 with me, I'm going to send you the materials for my next card class that I'm going to be doing right here on our Facebook Live. So if that's something that you want to join in and you want to take advantage as well on tomorrow, just take that all into consideration. Hi. I see a lot of people coming in. All right, well, let's get started on tonight's project. We are going to be making this really super cute and I think easy box. I think it's perfect for jewelry, and you can even tuck in a gift card. I do not have this filled up with anything. I just kind of have some tissue paper in here just to kind of keep the shape a little bit. But I thought, at least in this area, we're going to craft fairs, or maybe you're going to some artistry or artist, shops, and you're getting those one-of-a-kind earrings or necklaces or jewelry that doesn't necessarily come with a box. So something like this would be just perfect with it. You can also fill it with some thin candies, of course, Ghirardelli's. Some of the smaller candy bars would be great too. But anyways, I just love this size, and I love the fact that it's a half a sheet of designer paper. Okay, so let's get started making the box. So we'll make the box first, and then we'll come back and we'll do the embellishments on it. All right, so let me get out. Oh, the paper that I'm using is Harvest Meadow, and now I wanted to just kind of point out this paper just a little bit, that while there are some harvest theme papers in it, there's quite a bit of paper that you can use all year round. So like that's even kind of, you can make that one totally like a Christmas one. So, and you can see that I've pretty much used up that pack. So even though it says harvest in the name, and there's definitely harvest images in it, the paper is quite versatile. Okay, I'm gonna get out my stamper, or my Simply Scored scoring tool. You can so get out your Stampin' Trimmer and use your scoring as well. I'll have the measurements up on top here after the live, so you don't have to worry about writing anything down. This will be back on the top of the video post after we're done here. Hi Rita, thanks for joining. Okay, so this this box it does have a little direction to it, and I boo-booed one because it didn't have the direction going where I wanted it to. So when you think the box will be ended up folding up like this. And so this would actually be upside down. So when we get ready to do it, we want to make sure that if you have direction, that you kind of just kind of play around and make sure that you know which way that we want to say that it's up. So have it facing forward so that the direction is facing you as far as the pattern, if it does have direction. And we are going to start out by scoring 3/4 of an inch. Oh, this again, it's half a sheet, so it's a 6 by 12. We're going to score it at 3/4 of an inch from either side. So if you wanted to, you could turn the paper around or come over to 5 1/4 and score. All right, so now when we turn, if your paper has direction, like what we see here, you want your direction of your paper to, like the top of the paper, to be on your right-hand side. We are going to score it at 3/4, 5 1/4, 6, 10 1/2, and 11 1/4, 11 1/4. So 3/4, 3/4 inch, 5 1/4, 6, 10 1/2, and 11 1/4. Okay, so we'll get this out of the road. And we'll get the bone folder so that we can definitely see all of our score lines here. So how's everybody doing this Tuesday? Here in Indiana, we are still having a little bit of an Indian summer. It's supposed to get cooler starting tomorrow. I have been wearing like some sweaters and sweatshirts in the morning. It's kind of fun to get that change of wardrobe a little bit. So I'm gonna just getting some crisp edges here so that we can see the lines of our boxes. Come up here. All right, so the one end, we have 2 different sections of 3/4 inch, and on one section down at the down, we have just 1/4 inch that's scored. This is going to be the bottom of the box. So what we want to do is we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut up along the score lines here. And we're just gonna do a little notching on the inside. Lori said she's had rain all day in Wyoming. Oh my gosh, we've had so much rain in our part of Indiana, it's been crazy. All right, so this little section right here, what we're going to do is we're going to glue it and glue it down. We don't want to glue the tabs, but we're going to glue this section here. So with our multi-purpose glue, we'll go ahead and get this section only, again, not the tabs, and we'll get that one down. Okay, now what we want to do is on the middle section here, where we have our score lines, we're going to go ahead, these will be tabs as well, and notch the inside of it. Get that. Do both sides. So I don't still get a little bit there. I still missed him. I'll come back. And again, we'll follow up on our score lines. Okay, turn this around here and get that little bit of a, there we go. All right, so we have that right here. That's gonna be our box sides. Now this is gonna be our flap that turns up and tucks in. what we want to do is we want to completely get rid of these two score marks, or these two scored sections here on the end. So we'll go ahead and count up 2. Whoops. I'm whoopsing because I'm not following my score line very well. So again, I just notched out those 2 sections here. So go up to the first score line, go up to the second score line, and then notch that out. And then this right here will be our fold down flap, and I'm going to go ahead and just angle cut that just a little bit, just to help it tuck in a little easier. Okay. So what we're going to do next is, these are our side flaps. We're going to go ahead and put glue, tuck those in, and then we're going to take the end that's got the 2 3/4 inch here, we'll bring that up and connect the sides here. Take the flap that's got the glue and just kind of make sure we got a nice good contact on that. If you want to, you can take your bone folder and just make sure. Alrighty, now what we want to do is, on this section here, we're going to add liquid glue as well, but we don't want to add any liquid glue to the tabs. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get up to the tab with our glue. Just do one side at a time. And we'll bring this side up, line it up nice and neat. And I put it down here just a second to get a good contact on it. When I open that up just a little bit to try to show you, it went off kilter just a tad. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Add some glue just right along the edge, but not up to the tab. And tuck that up and around to the sides, glue that. And there's our box. So now you just tuck in the tabs and fold that in. Oh, and I did this upside down. Oh my gosh. Well, however I did that, do it just the opposite. I'll have that corrected there. Goodness, my wheat are going upside down. Shoot, I thought I had it for sure. If we turn it this way and they open it up from the back, we're in good shape. But that's it. That's as easy as what it is. And now you have this cute little slimline box that's 3/4 of an inch by 4.5 on it. Okay, let's do some decorating now. I'll bring in the sample again, and we'll make this beautiful embellishment for the front of it. Alrighty. So what we're going to have for that is I'm using labels from the Hippos and Friends, and I used the largest of this shape, whatever you might want to call it, and I ran it through Tasteful Textures on crumb cake. And then I also have one of the smallest ones of that same shape from the die set out of Basic White. And we'll do some stamping here. And I'm using, again, then what I'm bringing in for our kind of our fall look and everything, I love this wood grain from Gorgeous Leaves. You guys have seen me use it before, I believe. And I'm using crumb cake. Kind of bring this up a little bit. And I'm using crumb cake, and I'm stamping off twice. So I'm stamping once and then twice, and then stamping that onto the white layering piece. And then that gives us just a little hint of the wood grain. Thanks, Lori. I'm glad you like it. And then I'm taking the For You image, that again, or sentiment, that is from Elegantly Said. And I'm using Misty Moonlight. That's one of the colors in the paper that we'll be using here in just a little bit. And For You. And we'll put that on there. I think this would just make, again, it's sometimes we struggle with maybe not for a masculine card, but I think, or a masculine gift, and even with the bows on this, I think that this is definitely could be something that you could give anybody on that. Okay, we have that. And then ahead of time, out of Bumblebee and Moonlight Mist cardstock, I die cut some of the leaves from Intricate Leaves, kind of the maple leaf, and then I think that's a birch. I could be wrong, but the leaf images on that. And what I like to do is grab one of my dimensionals and have it ready to go. And kind of place the first one that I want, you know, kind of in place there. And that's just going to be flat on the back. Get that kind of back in position. Then I take my dimensional and anchor it down. And then especially if I know that the card's not going to get smushed, or in this case, this 3D item here, I'll take my next layering element, in this case it's another die cut leaf, and I'll place it right on top of the other dimensional. And then that helps give what you're putting in the back a little space as well, just on one dimensional. Okay, we got that. And let's see, I'll put another dimensional down here. And I'll set this off to the side. Well, I think we can go ahead and put it down right now. Let's go ahead and get it on here. Because knowing me, you guys, I'll have it put off to the side and then I'll go to use it and I won't be able to find it. Sounds like me, doesn't it? I want to put this pretty low to the bottom here. Wouldn't that just make a cute label by itself? I think it's adorable. All right, so next what I wanted to do is add all of this fun, almost, it's not really a pom-pom, but just this layered bow that I made a bow and then I cut the loops off of to make this kind of look. And I'll show you how I did that. However you make bows is great. You guys know that I love my bow maker. This was homemade, but you can find mini bow makers online. And I am using a lot of the ribbon. I don't know about you, but you know, sometimes like with ribbon and embellishments, I tend to hoard it and not use it. And so I'm really trying my hardest to go ahead and get things embrace them while they're in vogue, I guess. And so I'm using the Bumblebee gingham ribbon as one to pull out the bumblebee color there. And then these ribbons come as a tri-pack, and I can't remember the name of it right now, but you get 3 of these all at once. I'm not going to use the mint macaron one. I'm just using, I'm using just this, the blue in it. It's kind of got that moonlight mist in it, but I wanted to show you the pack that came in with that. And then also we're using the fine art gold ribbon, and I love this. It's kind of got a little bit of sheen in it with the gold in it, but then it also has that nature look as well. So we've got 2 of the 3 have some sparkles in it, which we love. We love our glitter and glam. And I'm going to take all 3 of these and loop it around my bow maker. And about like that. Oh, your husband made, I know, they're the best. Lori's husband made her one. they're so easy to make if anybody that likes wood making. So someone told me, so my nephew told me. So what I do is I wrap it around, and then you bring it up and over, and then you just tie your knot. And so I got to make sure I get all 3 of them in here, center it, and then tie it real tightly. And then you just pull it off the loops and you have your bow. And so for this, what I wanted to do is make my bow, and then I'm going to cut the loops. And then I didn't do it so much on the first one, but I definitely want to do it here. I want to try to even these up just a little bit. And at this point, I can come in and kind of angle cut them all. And we'll come in over here. And we'll angle cut them. Now we have this fun kind of, I'm calling it a pom-pom. It really isn't, but you know, just a nice layered, knotted element here. And I think on this one, I'll put it off to the side. I would recommend getting your glue gun out. I did not on my sample one that I made earlier this week, but I think I would definitely do that. I just need to get my glue gun out. So for just now, I'll use this dimensional, and the ribbon will kind of stick right on it, and I'm going to kind of press it down to try to squish out the ribbon a little bit to hide the dimensional. Look how cute that is. Just love all of the texture on it. Let's bring our box in. And now we can put that, oh, one more thing on that. Let's see, where is my, oh, there we go. I wanted to just kind of have it be over the top embellished a little bit. So I have a 1 1/4 inch strip of our Harvest Melody paper, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball it so it's in the center, because it's really not, doesn't fit one of the grooves. I'm okay with just kind of eyeballing it and then punching to get a banner tag on it. And what I did is I just, again, put the glue straight, or this banner straight down on our box. Again, just wanting it to have lots of texture and interest on it. Now I can take our embellishment tag here. It says "For You," and it's a pretty good size embellishment, so I'm going to use 5 dimensionals on here to really support it. And we'll get that. And get that on there. Then that kind of ties in our 3 colors as well. And there's our box made out of a 1/2 sheet of designer series paper. Well, thank you guys for joining me here tonight on Tuesday to make this cute little box, and I hope that you give it a try. If you do, let me know. Thanks for tuning in. Happy crafting. Bye-bye.